Hey everybody, how's everyone doing? Here I am hugging my yarn. Oh my gosh! So, I found out you can get this same jar off Amazon. Um, it's a 2.5 gallon lidded glass jar, and I think it was $39, 39.99 or something like that. But you can have a jar just like this. They do have them on Amazon, and as my jar gets empty, the refills for it I got today, which I showed in a previous video, that will be going into my blankie. So let's get going. And we're going to pick out some yarn. This one. Okay, so there we go. A nice purple and white. Oh, this one. Ooh, that's another beauty. I like that. That's another good color. So those are the two colors for today. Get my lid back on my jar. And as you can see, my jar is actually starting to get some room in it, which is a good thing, because that was packed with yarn, just packed. So I will pause this. I'll pause it and I'll be right back, okay? Okay, so we are back. And we've got our little ball here. And we're gonna get rolling. Whew. What an exciting day today. I got things listed on my Etsy store and made a few sales. And my Aberdeen wool box that I ordered come in, and it was actually early. I wasn't expecting it until next week. So I made the video for that, and I showed the yarn that I purchased to go into my blanket. And I showed the gift that they had sent to me, because they had sent me a gift, and it was wonderful. Oh my gosh, was it wonderful. But I'm going to show the best I can. This is the blanket so far. It's starting to get really, really big. And for those that didn't see the Aberdeen wool, this is the colors that they had sent me. Just gorgeous. I love their colors. They're so vivid. And the 80% superwash merino wool and the 20 nylon, great. It's great. Some people don't like thin yarn, and I get it. In my earlier days, neither did I. I couldn't stand it. But now it's what I almost gravitate to, because it's really universal, because you can take 2 strands and you can have a sport weight. You can take 4 strands to get a light worsted. So I would, it's universal, and I'm really enjoying it. And when you make a pair of socks out of the sock yarn, it does have, you can feel the wool. It's got that grip, But when they're on your feet, you don't really feel it. It's weird. Unless you're allergic to it. If you're allergic to wool or animal fiber, yeah, I I wouldn't recommend it. But some people, actually, there is some people that can't have wool, but they can use the super wash wool, which is great. They just have to make sure it's super wash, and that's what my countdown boxes will be. They will be super because Aberdeen. I revealed Aberdeen is doing my mini hanks for my countdown box. They will they will also be doing the full size hanks. So I'm just that's the last thing that I need to order for the countdown box, and the countdown box is just waiting until it's just waiting until everything gets here, and then I can start putting them together. All except for the treats. Those I won't purchase until closer to time. Uh, but it will give me an idea, um, shipping rates. So I do. I'll spit it out. Okay, I do have my Pitney Bows set up. It, Me and Kevin was scratching our heads, banging our heads on the wall. But he had went off to bed because he had to work today. So he went off to bed, and it's like, I'm down here. I'm trying and trying to get this Pitney Bows to work, and it's just like, man, what am I doing wrong? I'm following all the steps. It just would not connect to our Wi-Fi, our internet, and you have to have internet for so I can add postage um, onto my account. So when I go to print out a shipping label, it's already paid for, and so you have to have internet for that. But it's like, man, what am I doing wrong? And it come with a free roll of labels uh, to do. It's like 330 shipping labels and like 1,500 or 1,700 postage stamps. So, yeah. Anyway, I got it all set up because when I'm down here working at it. So finally, I just restarted my phone. I restarted my iPad. Um, I turned the machine off, left everything off for 5-10 minutes somewhere through there. Uh, Turned everything on. I didn't touch the router or the Wi-Fi or the internet. I didn't touch any of that. I left all that on. The only thing that I did was just shut um, my iPad, my phone, and the Pitney Bows off. That's what I shut off. And left them off 5-10 minutes, turned them back on, tried it again, still nothing. It wouldn't connect. So I uninstalled um, the software for it. I took it off my phone. I took it off my iPad, and I reinstalled it. And lo and behold, boom! I was It didn't take but 5 minutes, if that. Once I uninstalled and reinstalled the software. So obviously, when I went to install it the first time around, there was a glitch or something, and not everything was downloaded. And I thought it was funny at the very beginning because it wasn't taking me to the Pitney Bowes site. It was taking me to a gaming site. So it's like, yeah, something's not right. So I got everything set up. I finished setting up the account, uh, and put I had to put post. I had to prepay postage. So there's some. So when we go to use it, there's money. There's money there. We don't have to worry about it. So that's all set up. So trying to figure out what it's going to cost to get to certain addresses. Um, I'll be able to do that. And my square come in the mail today, so I got to. That's the other thing that I have to get set up yet. That's going to have to wait because this weekend I'm out of time. And next weekend, me and Kevin has a full. We have a full schedule next weekend. We're not going. We're not going to do any shopping. We're not going to do anything on Saturday, but work on uh, the den. And tonight, um, after I get done with this video, because I have to get, I have no video for tonight, so I am running late with it, getting this video done for tonight. And once I get this done and uploaded, I got to go into Etsy and post some bags because I've got three others to post. I actually got more than that, but I'll be good getting those 3 on Etsy. Just trying to make a dream come true. Nothing wrong with that, is there? Oh, I gotta get something to drink. Sorry about that. When I get me and Kevin's working, I'll get it out. Me and Kevin's working on the den, so I have my own space instead of trying to take, because right now if I showed you the dining room, I've got stuff everywhere. I've got um, mystery boxes of yarn ready to go. I just have to, as people buy them, I just have to slap the shipping label on it, put the packing slip on it, and it's gone because they're ready to go. Then I have a tote of yarn over here. I've got my Swift, I've got some bags, and I've got some yarn, and it it's really cluttered, really bad. And that's one reason why we're going to work on getting the den organized. Hopefully, within the next couple of months, it will be finished. Because you got to remember, you know, Kevin has a full time job, plus he does part time work um, for other charity and another business, and I have YouTube, I have Etsy now, plus putting out videos. So we're busy. I mean, we are really busy. So it takes, to do a major project, it's going to take time. It's just something that we just can't, okay, we have nothing to do this week, so let's get it done. We don't have that. And that's okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But hopefully, and those that started an Etsy shop, or those that started a small business, or just have a business in already, uh, what I'm talking about. It's once you have a small business going, it pretty much doesn't stop. Me and Kevin was watching a movie, and I get orders. Well, and Etsy is fickle, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's just they have core rules, and one of the rules is when you have an order, um, you keep in contact with the buyer, and so there's um, things that I had to get done. Hopefully, everybody that I shouldn't say I hope. I believe everybody that ordered something from me previous, all of that's been received. There's only one. There's only one bag that I don't know about yet. It says it's been delivered, but I've not heard from the buyer. I did reach out to the buyer. I did. Making sure everything was okay, but the, they're busy too. It's just not everybody has a lot of time. So, and patience for me is not a good thing. I am very impatient. I just. It is what it is. We do what we do, and that's all we can do. But I am uh, Aberdeen wool. They put me over the moon. They really did. I mean, they blew my mind. because that was just it was unexpected. It really was. Um, I order, I placed my first order with them to get some mini hanks because I wanted to do this. I wanted to have a long project like this so I can talk to you guys because over Christmas when I was doing the opening up my advent calendars that I had bought, I was getting people that like, my, me talking every day. So I devised a plan and I set out. I was hoping to have it started before I did, but hey, it is what it is, and I'm not upset. I'm not mad, and the main thing is we're here now. That's all that matters. And the old saying, "Good things come to those who wait." It's like this yarn just blew my mind away. So I knew I knew it was blah, blah, blah. I knew it was going to take some time to get when I place an order um, from Aberdeen. So once I got these 160 minis, it's like, okay, I started this project. It's like, it's working out. It's doing what I want it to do. So, um, I wanted to order the rest of the yarn so I knew I had enough uh, to finish the project. And then it's like, man, I really want to do something for the end of the year, but I wasn't quite sure. But you know me, I wanted Russ has to be different. Don't ask me why. But so I was thinking, it's like, man, what can I do? What can I do? And so I got thinking, and it's like reading comments over different people's platform, different YouTube people that have, that do mystery boxes for December or advent calendars. They open up their advent calendar every day, and it always stops on the 24th of December. Some go to the 25th, but I've never seen anyone go past the 25th. Well, what about the 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31st? You know? What about all them? And so I was just thinking, it's just like, well, instead of an advent calendar, how about we do a countdown box? So we can go from December 1st all the way to January 1st. And then it's like, okay, well, people like hand dyed yarn for, that type of, countdown. And I don't have time to dye. I know how. I know how. I know the process and I know how to do it. I've done it before, but I don't have the time. And so who can I get, you know, to do my minis for me, hand dyed minis. And it's like, Russ, what are you using? You're using minis. Get a hold of the company and see if you can, use their minis for your countdown box. Send them, the most they can say is no, we don't want you to do that. And so it's like, I sent them a message. It's like, hey, I want to do a countdown box and I would like to use your minis. And if you allow me to use your minis, I'll make sure you get the credit for dyeing the yarn. Because I'm not going to keep credit for something that I don't do. And I heard back from them and they're like, that's fine, you can do that. So it's like, okay then. So the idea was, I already had the supplier. Um, they knew. Um, so I just had to finish, okay, do I want to do this or not? Because once I start, I can't stop. It's going to happen if I start it. And it's like, I want to do it. And we are going to count down the entire month of December. And so we are. Here we are. So I got in touch with my bag guy, and he's on board, and he's already going through and getting the stuff around that he needs to um, make the Christmas bags. And Aberdeen's got my order for the mini hanks. And then I got thinking, it's like, okay, I need to find out from Aberdeen if they don't have yarn, a full hank. I'm going to have to look for another company to do the full hank of sock yarn. And so it's like, okay. So I sent Aberdeen a message. It's like, hey, do you guys have full hanks of yarn in the Poet's colors? And she's like, we will have in about a 4 to 5 weeks. We will have. We're just going over color schemes now. And it's like, great, because I'm going to need, at least around 15, 16 of them. So I'm just waiting. When they come in, when they get them, I'll place my order for them. And it's it says basically, all I want them to do is just send me a certain number of hanks, and I don't care the color, as long as it's in the 80 superwash 20 nylon. I don't care what the colors are of the big hanks. Care less. Because the yarn in the countdown box, it's going to be all different colors anyhow. So what's it going to matter? But that's what's been going on. Just, you know, just trying to just trying to get stuff finalized and taken care of, and keep things moving and venture on to the next. Keep adding, just keep adding little things here and there, and we will make it one way or another. I am really loving this color. This color right there. I am really loving that. It's like greens and oranges, browns and blues, a hint of yellow. It's not really yellow. It's like a in between a yellowish green. I don't know, but this is just really pretty. It's really pretty. And I'm really enjoying it. Gonna have to get out my craft paper and start doing some doodling. Start doing some doodling. See what I can come up with. Great ideas come off of a sketch pad. Back in the day, great ideas come up off of a napkin. Big companies were formed off of a napkin. And shoot, with all the technology we have today, Russ can't form nothing. I'm barely able to cook dinner, let alone forge a big empire. But so far, I think I've been doing pretty good. I got some stuff delivered today, um, for the countdown box, and I've got more stuff coming. So now it's just basically just waiting for it all to show up at my door. Precious is upstairs, sleeping, because when Kevin goes up to bed, she follows him up, and she'll sleep up there for hours, and then she'll come on down, and because with me working third shift, I'm used to eating like around 1:30, 2 o'clock, and that's usually the time that she'll come. That's the time she comes downstairs. It's right around that time. She's like, "Yeah, it's time. Dad's down there getting something to eat. I know he is." So she'll show up. You would think she would be a lot bigger than she is, but she's eating all the time. I had some grilled chicken and corn tonight, and she was right there at my feet. She was wanting some of Dad's chicken, I tell you that. And then Junior, he was on my right side. Sweet Pea was on my left side, and Precious was in between my feet. It's like, man, I need to put signs around their neck and put them out on the corner. Need food. But we don't live near the city. It's like 12 minutes or so to get to the city, and then it's not a really big city. It might have 30 to 40,000 people maybe. But that's stretched out over a big area. It's not, you know, because we're at, we're in with that count because we have a address for town, even though we're out in the sticks. I just seem to be moving along today. Because we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Corners, the corners slow me down because I have to turn it, and I mean, I wouldn't have to really, but it's just when you get to the corner, it just slows you down a little bit until you get 5 or 6 in, and then you can start picking up speed. But the colors are just coming out, just, for just randomly picking them and not having no control over the color, they are just coming out. I couldn't ask for a better, anything better. I really couldn't. I mean, it's coming out really nice. It is so quiet. You get to hear a pin drop, I think, if I stop flapping my gums. Oh my goodness. It's like it's quiet until Russ starts talking. Then it's not quiet no more. And I go back to work tomorrow. Yay! Here before long, we'll probably be working going back to our 5 days. But it would probably only be for like a week. And then we'd be going back to our 4 days. Go back down to our 32, which I wouldn't mind. But I don't want to drive an hour one way just for 4 hours. I'll say that. That would be for the birds. All right, well, it looks like I am at my end. So I am going to call this video done for today. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow in my next video, okay? Bye.